Alright guys, so I was thinking about making an update video. I was gonna head inside, but the subject of today's vlog is landscaping. We're outside, and although I would say the studio is finished, 95% finished, totally usable at this point. So very excited about that. Moved in, settled in, very busy week with Camelot, so shout out to those guys. Been putting in work, certainly an endless hustle for sure. So definitely stay tuned for that. But as you can see, as I pan around, a lot of useful space that otherwise is occupied, right? And I, for the longest time, have been dumping the majority of my construction materials over here. Now, the county does have a community-ran opportunity for residents to bring in and clean up their junk. Unfortunately, not in May of this year, as it typically is, but in September. So it's going to delay a little bit of the landscaping progress. Sure. I may just rest for the next few months. Construction was pretty rough on me. Definitely going to get back to working out, investing more in myself. That's going to be really my philosophy in 2022. I absolutely do plan on getting the podcast rolling again. I know I've been gaslighting everyone for the last 3 years. And yeah, there's been moments where I've brought it back. So I want to just thank everyone for staying patient. Shout out Fame and Joe Ed on his new music video that I posted on my story. Hey, Cincinnati's lit, and we've got some guys that are now in the industry locally that are, making big moves. So definitely big shout to Joe. You can see his podcast earlier in my archive through the link in my bio, so certainly check out him. I feel guilty. It's been a few years, and now that the Rona is over, we'll see what kind of magic that we can make. In the past 4 years, the environment and the competition has certainly changed, and I've pivoted as well. So what I will say is I'm focusing on myself, getting myself healthy, because if I'm not healthy, nobody can get wealthy. So let's, I'll pray for TP as I'm looking at the landscaping out here, thinking about what I want to talk to you guys about. Been very busy. We had about 4 episodes earlier today, interviews, as well as 1 after lunch. This is always the hardest part. When I restored my 1991 B4C police package Camaro, I recorded a 22 episode series that you can see in my bio on my YouTube channel. And yeah, I gave everybody all these updates, but once the Camaro was finished, I didn't record any content other than, I believe, like 1 random burnout, right? I really didn't, show that next point of me enjoying myself. And obviously I want to bring you guys into the editing process in one way or the other. I'm developing, or at least brainstorming on, a mastermind of sorts, something to, help people that are trying to start their own podcast and want to learn for themselves. Or, hey, if you do want more hands-on type of coaching, that's also something that we're going to be looking at over 2022. So certainly stay tuned for all of that. Like I said, just going to be taking it easy. But I also need to bring you guys along for, content and just keeping up to date. So if you don't already know, this was Anthony Marshall Purgle. And as always, we'll see you.